He is the Kim Kardashian of Canadian politics. Who's he? Well, of course, Justin Trudeau. In my last few columns in the Toronto Sun and the other Suns across the country, I have referred to him as that. People, some were offended, others said, well, what do you mean by that? You know precisely what I mean. The Kim Kardashian. Not a movie star, not a lot of talent, but a great bit of style, and she pushes it for all it's worth, and she's made a fortune out of it. Nobody is going to accuse our Prime Minister of having too much talent. But he himself says he likes the style, he likes the speeches, he likes campaigning, he likes reaching out to everybody, he likes selfies. But we are suffering because of that. We don't have a real movie star with talent or somebody with a lot of expertise in the PMO in Ottawa. We have somebody who is captivated by old dogma, captivated by environmentalism, which is now out of date, captivated by saying no natural gas. We don't like that. We want wind. We want solar power, when in fact, more countries now around the world are making plants, not only to bring coal out, but to have coal-fired electricity because they don't have enough natural gas. Canada has an abundance of it. We have had so many mistakes made over the last few years, it's impossible to deal with it in 3 minutes or even 3 hours. Many columnists saying that the Prime Minister should leave or he's had a good run at it, people are bored with him. I disagree with that. He should leave, but it's not because people are bored, it's because they're realizing now that after 8 years, we have had really, really bad government, bad decisions. When you have hundreds of millions of dollars going up in smoke, I'm not talking about pot, I'm talking about disappearing in certain ministers' ridings and no one can figure it out. Arrive can to some insiders, 60 million, if only $60 million. So it's been not only a corrupt government, it's been an inefficient government. We can't remember the passports. You couldn't get a passport for ages. And everybody used to attribute that to, well, you know what, it's COVID, we didn't know what we were doing. No, that's not the case. It was to bad government. So it's time that Canadians, I think, realize that we have been led down the wrong road for the last 8 years. It may be another year and a half before we have an election. The Prime Minister could still win it again because Canadians, in some cases, still really, really like him. But all I think we should do is hope for an election, hope for democracy. You may not actually like the alternative, but the alternative deserves a chance. And that's 3 minutes. This show provides independent analysis of the issues. We are not paid by the government. And as I am finding, so much business in Canada relies upon various governments that they don't want to sponsor or advertise on a show which may become controversial, which talks about liberty, freedoms, sometimes criticizes government. I've had guests on that support the government. But people are saying, you know what? We don't want to bite the hand that feeds us, i.e. government, which is why I hope you'll subscribe and contribute to keep this show on the air.